Making 50 games in one day. That's a challenge proposed by Jonas Tyrola.
That is pretty crazy.
And right he was. It is pretty crazy. I began to question myself. Was the challenge already over? Welcome to Believing GameDev. My name is Philip and this is a 50 games in one day challenge. To complete this challenge with a desirable result, I first needed to create a plan. I can only spend very few time on each game, which means most will lack in quality. Therefore I thought of something to make up for it. Do you remember the mobile game Dumb Ways to Die? The minigame series with the catchy YouTube song? Well, if I need to make 50 games, I thought, I could also put them together in one big game. So the goal was settled, the planning done, and I only needed to prepare myself on a mental layer. As imposing as the challenge might seem, I knew, with a calm mind, it can be beaten. Instead of staring at blank cubes and circles for my assets, I decided for something more cheerful, something that would motivate me to push through. And so it happened that I drew kittens and gave them cute faces. In fact, I gave all of my assets cute faces. I drew a fruit and put a face on it. I drew a button and put a face on it. I drew an ice cream and put 2 faces on it, because everything is better with cute faces. Finally getting into things, I started with recreating some games from Dumb Ways to Die. As the game was developed for mobile phone, it has a lot of clicking in it. Therefore we have such wonderful games as quickly click on an object, quickly click on all objects, find the objects to click on, remember the right object to click on, not click the object. And some other ones, like a collecting game, a game in which you pour milk in a glass, and a bouncing trampoline one. Creating these taught me a great lesson. To make this huge number of games, I needed some way to recycle my programs. If I were to write a code for each game, it would take too long. But it is surprisingly simple to set up different game rules with a small amount of scripts. Here I will show you. First script we need is our game script, which we can come to if a game was won or lost. The next script calls an event if the attached object is clicked. And what if we now have an object that if we click it, it will send a message to the game script that we lost. And just like this we have the red button game. You click the button, you lose. Sweet. With an additional counting script we can make even more games, like the first one. Every time you click the fruit, the counting script goes up, and once it has reached a given number, it will tell the game script that the game was won. This is the same setup for the second game, with the slight variation that the clicked objects will get destroyed. Really easy way to make new games. For movement it's the same thing. One script that follows the mouse is enough. Add a sprite mask and we have the finding game. Only follow the mouse once you are clicked, and then you have a drag and drop mechanic. With these scripts and some minor tweaks here and there, I made the following games, like going through a maze, dodging falling obstacles, a spelling game, an ice cream stacking game, holding the escaping fruit game, and a cat shaking game. We also shouldn't miss out on some classics like curling, pong, and Simon Says. It felt like good progress, but my creativity for coming up with new games was decreasing. But you can always do the mobile move and copy other mobile games. So for the first round of cheap mobile knockoffs we have Flappy Bird, Crossy Code, Jetpack Joyride and Subway Surfer. While making these I came up with some other original ideas. A button rotating game, another ice cream one, another finding game, a trampoline spawning game which I really enjoyed, and a game in which you need to sort fruits. I call it Apples to Apples. As once more my level of creativity was only getting lower, I returned to mobile rip-offs. Do you remember the days of early smartphones? Back when mobile games still had quality. Games like Angry Birds, Temple Run, Fruit Ninja, and who could forget the beloved platformer that was Noodle Jump. As fun as the way has been so far, things quickly turned around. It was the time when I realized I won't have enough creativity left, nor did I have enough time. I had spent way too much of it making cheap pun-based mobile games. I began to question myself. Was the challenge already over? Had I just accomplished half of the games I set out to create? If it wasn't for the cute eyes staring at my face, I would have already surrendered. In a desperate attempt, I looked into the gaming landscape. How did the big ones in the industry tackle the problem? I mean, I can't be alone. There must be other developers working on games where every cat and every ice cream and fruit has a face. And yes, there is. The long-running Pokemon series had come up with countless designs over the years. Keeping up that volume of creativity, they must have some trick up their sleeves. Then I realized, they don't even create new Pokemon. They just rebrand the old ones. Surely I can do the same. Take the ice stacking game for example. What if the ice ball doesn't move, but the cone does? New game! Why sort 2 fruits only if you can sort 4 fruits instead? Totally different experience. Curling in one direction. No, curling in all directions. Or just turn the Noodle Jump game into a survival game, and the spelling game will just have displaced letters. Maybe the change isn't even required to be that significant. What if we just change the orientation? Crossy code, flip it, it's a new game. Pong, flip it, it's a new game. The maze game, flip it, new game. Shake the cat, flip it. No, that's still the same game. Noodle Jump, flip it, I say. Okay, that's enough. We need a new trick here. So just take a game we have and do it in reverse. Stop the escaping fruits was yesterday. Try to keep them off the centers today. Do you like picking fruits from the tree? You will love putting them back on the tree. But is this really what the challenge is about? Going for some cheap tricks to reuse content and change it ever so slightly that no one will notice? Is this really as low as we can fall? Of course not, we can do even worse. Look once again at Pokemon. Do you see these guys? Guess what their next evolution step is? You're right, they don't have one. They just group up and pretend to be a new Pokemon. That leads to the equation that more of the same content is new content. Remember the button game? Yeah, let's put 3 more in and now you have to click the red button. Rotating 1 button is lame, now you can rotate 3 buttons. Filling up 1 cup is lame, now you can fill up 3 cups. Oh no, have I come so far that I even reuse the same sentences in my own script? This surely must be the lowest point of the video, or shall I say the lowest point so far. Let's take the same trick JRPG developers use to make new monsters without paying their artists to draw new ones. They take the color and change it. That is all we have to do now. See that milk game? Just change the color. Now it is pouring orange milk in a glass. I mean orange juice. And the spelling game? Just put on another word. And I left the best for last. You like press the red button? Then you will love the prequel. Press the green button. And the newest edition. Press the yellow button. But my all-time favorite will always be press the blue button. Clearly not made up memories aside, there was one last game to be made. A game that should remind ourselves of the 49 games before it. the epiphany that summarizes the experience gathered through the challenge and a testament of how far we have come. May I present to you Hold the Eggplant. The name couldn't be more accurate, as your whole task is to hold the eggplant on the screen for 3.5 seconds. 3.5 seconds you can use to rethink the important questions of life. Where are we coming from? Why am I still playing this game? Have I already subscribed to the channel? And will there be another brutally bad pun in this video? Without the cute faces, I might not have lasted through all of this copycat shenanigans. Was it crazy? Yes. Was it fun? Absolutely. Hey there, thank you so much for watching the video to the end. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, maybe hit a thumbs up or share it with a friend. It helps me out a lot. If you want to play the games for yourself, you can click the link in the description below. And if you have some more time to spare, please do me a favor. There are so many other great developers that did this challenge, and they deserve some more attention. I see you in the next video, and until then, I wish you a wonderful day and take care.